All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Christy, and I am the co-founder of Home Bakers Academy, and we are doing a live step-by-step fundamentals of Canva. So I just wanted to introduce myself to everybody here. I think most of you know me that's here on the live, but for anybody who watches it later, again, my name is Christy, and I've been using Canva probably 4 years or so. So I love it. I just want to make sure that everybody has already signed up for Canva. Holly has, I know Karen has, Natalie said she did. Melissa, I don't think she's going to. She just wants me to do it all for her.
That's correct.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So, is there anybody here who has not signed up yet? If you haven't, I just want you to go to canva.com and maybe actually for those who are watching, I'll just do it real quick for those that are watching later. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. And when I do that, you'll see what I'm looking at and what I'm doing on my computer. Feel free to yell at me, scream at me, chat. If you can't scream loud enough, then Melissa will scream at me and get my attention. So I want to take it as slow as you guys need. I want to answer all of your questions. And we're just going to have a fun time because, you know, baking cakes is the most fun, but this is still important too and can still be fun. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen real quick. Okay. So this is Canva logged in, and I think everybody here will be there. So I'm just going to sign out. Now, I always log in with Facebook just because it's easier, and then you can also connect the pictures to your Facebook. So that's all you have to do. When you're at canva.com, let me sign out again. You'll literally just go to canva.com and it'll ask you to connect to your Facebook. You'll say yes, and here you'll be. Okay. So I want to let you guys know that I'm going to, let me stop sharing real quick. I want to let you guys know that I'm going to put everything together. It might take me a couple days. I do still work full time. So I'm going to take the next couple days, and everything that we discuss tonight, I'm going to put in like a little document so that you can refer back to it. You can watch the video as many times as you want, but sometimes it's nice when it's more technical to just have something to reference. So I just wanted you guys to know that it's all going to be in writing. And if you have questions, even after, make sure and ask them because I can add them to the document also. Okay, so let's go back to my screen. So I'm just going to share it. Is everybody hearing me okay?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So I want to first kind of go over the different features. And then once we go over the different features, then we can get into all of the things that you can do with those features. So it's important for us, for bakers, to have a good first impression. And that's why using Canva can be such a great thing, because people will judge you, and that, you know, that's everywhere in life. And, you know, especially when we are making food for them, they are going to judge us based on our appearance. And You know, people are very visual. They want to not read as much. They just want to see and get the idea just by looking. So that's kind of where we can use Canva. So there's a lot of things that you can do. I like to, when I'm showing somebody Canva for the first time, what I like to do is here, create a design, and it kind of gives you an idea of all of the things you can do. You can do print stuff. I've never actually printed with them, but I've heard people that have had success. So here's all the social media. You can do videos, you can do Instagram, the stories, Facebook posts, Facebook story, a cover page. There's endless amounts of things that you can do with social media. Twitter, it's a good idea to familiarize yourself with all of the things you can do. Documents. Now, I also use Canva at work. Oh, here's a question from Natalie. I'm going to stop and just answer her. It says, Christy, let me unshare my screen while I do that. Okay, just so that we have a little bit of interaction. Christy, I didn't know Canva had a desktop version as well. Do you prefer working on the desktop version? Does it have more features than the app? This is a very good question. I use both, and I prefer to use the desktop version. I find it much easier to work with. When I am on my phone, or the app on my phone, it's slower, it's choppier, it's a lot harder to navigate, moving texts around, moving pictures around. I just find it a lot more difficult. Now, what I love about the phone is, let's say you take a picture on your phone and you don't want to email it to yourself or send it to yourself or whatnot. You can just upload the picture right to your Canva app. I love that. The other thing is, since my boss isn't on here, I'll say, I can use Canva at work because I use it for work, but I may kind of do some bakery stuff, maybe an invoice or whatever. And because I can't download any pictures on my work computer, I will create the document or the flyer or whatnot in the computer version on at the website, canva.com. But then when I want to add a picture, I'll do it on my phone, and then I can just drag it in. Once it's uploaded into Canva, then I can just put it in the actual flyer or sales letter. Does that answer your question? So all in all, I prefer the computer. It's a lot easier to work with. It has the same features, just a lot easier to work with on the computer, in my opinion. Okay, I hope that helps. So I'm going to go back to sharing my screen. Please, if you have any more questions, just holler. I will definitely answer them. Oh, and I hit Alt F instead of Alt S. All right. Okay, so we're back here. And what I really want to go over, well, we kind of did this. There's a documents, which I use them for work. Here's a invoice, so you can make invoices. Personal, anything. I make birthday cards. I make recipes. I've done recipes. I've done all of these things. Education. I have actually made things for my daughter. She's a teacher. Marketing, there's a ton of stuff here. Events, we all have events that we do. with our baking business. So you just get an idea of everything you can do. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea of all of the things you can do. Now, when we go to home, we can create a design, any one of these things we want to do. Okay, which we, kind of went over. There's more than just this, but this, kind of gives you the idea. I've done our newsletters here. Every single newsletter I've done in Canva. So it has your designs. I say our, Melissa and mine. And then you just go through them. Okay, so your homepage basically is everything that you can do. Here, let's say you want to do something with Mother's Day. So it will give you, and this will be everything. Okay, so this is a great place to give you some ideas. Okay, here we have the templates. We're going to go back to the same thing. It's going to let you know how to do it. It's going to let you know what is available. So I like to look at them because it's always giving me ideas. Okay, so photos. Here we have the option to go premium, and we'll talk about that. But this is something that is very important, I think. We want to, so we're at photos. So it's just here on the sidebar, photos. And let's say, well, here it's bringing up food. So we'll just use food. Okay, right here, it has free and premium. So if it's not free, if it's premium, then that means you have to pay for it. And there are different price points. Everything is $1 if you want it for one-time 24-hour use. You can pay $10 if you just want to use it just like one person. And then you can also pay $100 for one image, and that will give you the ability to use it pretty much anywhere. Multiple people can use it. You can even resell it. So those are just your options for purchasing a photo. So I love to go to free, and it will give you everything under here will be for free. Okay. So that's just how I like to find my free items, because I don't want to pay for anything. Okay, we went over print. There's a lot of things you can do, and I've heard good things. I just personally haven't used it. I'm more of a Vistaprint type person. Okay, apps. I think apps is very, very useful for a couple of things. What probably the biggest thing that I like is it will connect to your Facebook. So if you just click here, you can see that, let's say we're just gonna use it in a design, okay? And it's gonna ask us to connect to our account, which I've already done this before, so it already has my stuff, but it's just that easy. So if you get stuck on that, you can just go to more down here, and same thing, Facebook. Also, a really great thing you can do is connect it to your Google Drive. I know a lot of people are using Google Drive. I use Google Drive. So that's another great thing. So let's go back to home. Here's another question from Karen. I'm going to switch back. Okay. Karen, can you use a free downloadable pic that you just get from the web and upload to Canva? Absolutely. And it looks like Robin came in. Okay. Yes, and I will show you how to do that. It's very easy. I'll show you now, and then if we go over it again, that's fine too. Now, I'm on my husband's computer, so I don't know what he has. Probably nothing cakey, but we'll look.
Go to the G drive and go to
Okay, he's telling me where to go. I'm going to share my screen, so Karen, you can see exactly how to do that. Okay, so we're at the home page, and if you ever get lost, just click on home, and here we are. Now, right here, so we're on the side bar, right here is uploads, okay? Now, this is everything that I've uploaded, and remember, I use it for personal and work, so like that's me and Jim at work. So you come over here, and you just click upload, and it's going to bring us to our computer, which I think you guys know how to do that. If you don't, it's certainly something I can help walk you through. You have to know where it's saved, and as long as you know where it's saved, then you can do that. So I'm just going to pick, these are the hot chocolate bombs that Melissa did. So there you have it. You just uploaded it just like that. And then when you want to use it, you will go to your uploads to get it. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to move on, and if that didn't answer your question, just let me know. We went over apps, brand kit. This is something that you have to be a member. I think it's $12.99 a month of Canva. I personally do not have the premium. I've never found a need for it. I do think they have some cool stuff. And as you play with it, as you learn, if it's something that you think that you want to do, you know, by all means. But I haven't done it. What I do like about this brand kit is you put your logos in, you put your colors in, you put your fonts in, and then no matter what you're designing anywhere in Canva, it's going to give you those as your defaults. So to me, that's probably enough to warrant it if you're going to use Canva a lot and really want to brand yourself. Okay, so design school, they do have a couple of courses. I would always encourage everybody to do as much learning as they can. I think, and I think that's why Melissa and I started the Academy, is you can learn, learn from a video, but to really be able to ask questions and go back and forth and one question after another question, to me, that's just so much more valuable than just watching a video or reading material. Really having that interaction, to me, I think is invaluable. And that's one of the greatest reasons that we do this. So hopefully that makes sense. But, you know, by all means, I would say always get as much knowledge as you can. And the last thing here is to create a team. This is probably above, it's definitely above me. If you use this for work, let's say you are, you're a company that designs for many businesses. You may have a team of people that are working together, so you can add them all into one team. And then it makes it easier for them all to work on the same projects together. So that's it's neat. It's not something that I need at this time. Okay, so I wanted to just come over here, stop sharing my screen and just see if anybody has any questions. Anybody think of anything that, they didn't understand, that they just wanted more clarification on with what I went over. Okay, all right. So we're going to continue. What I want to do now is, for the branding, do you need to be a member? Yes, the branding is a paid member feature. And it's not the only benefit to it, but it is one of the benefits of it. And again, I've never done it, but it seems really cool. All right, so I'm going to go back to sharing. If that's all the questions we have for this little bit. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go back to home. All right, what I want to show you now is some of the designs. So you guys are free to do it with me. I'd love it if you do it with me. We'll go slow. You can ask questions. If you want to share your screen, we can do that too. But I'm just going to go and you stop me if you need to. Okay, Karen said, do you use that for keeping your font and colors consistent? I don't, but yes, that is definitely what it's for. So as a company, as a business, a lot of people want to have a theme or, what they're known for. Like people say they look at your cake and they say, oh, I know that's Karen's cake, or that's definitely Natalie's work. So the same thing could be said about your graphics. And by having the same colors and the same fonts consistent through all of your material, it's just a way. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, Melissa and I, when we do our flyers, hers are always purple and mine are always pink. Just because her favorite color is purple and mine is pink. So it's just a way for us to kind of keep in our own theme. Are we supposed to be on Canva ourselves right now to do this with you? If so, how do I do that? Karen, if you want to do it with me, I would love that. If you go to canva.com, then have you signed up for an account yet? If not, then you can just sign up right with, okay. So Karen, go to canva.com if you want to do it with me, for sure.
If you don't have 2 monitors, it's not a challenge.
Okay, Karen's just going to watch. And listen, Karen, after this is over, tomorrow, whatever, we can get you signed up, no problem. I can help you with that, okay? No problem. All right. I'm always here to help. Okay, so let's go back to sharing. Okay, so one of the things that we talked about was our, our branding. And in order to do that, one of the things is your Facebook business page. So here let's go back. We're at home. So I always want you to know how to get home. And then we're going to go up here to create a design. You see at the top left-hand corner, create a design. So we want to do a Facebook. You can always just type in a Facebook cover. Okay, so this is going to give you the exact size of a Facebook business cover page. Okay, so this is what we want to fill. And I prefer to put my logo here. You may want to do several pictures. You could you know, do a picture and then words. But let me show you what I like to do. And if you don't have a logo, you know, you may need to do something different as well. And I know I have my logo. Okay, so here's my logo. And I'm just going to double click. And that's going to bring it in right away. And double clicked too many times. Okay, so you make it as big as you can. Now, this is going to be your whole area of your cover page. Okay, and up here we have effects, so we can, you know, do anything here that we want to do. Okay, we have our filter, which we can, let's say we want to make it a more summertime, give it a glow, and you can just see how, you know, it's a tiny bit different, so you can play with it. So let's just say it's our logo, we want to keep with branding, we're going to keep it as is. But let's say, and let me show you mine. Facebook.com. Okay, so Christie's Cakery. Come on, it's going a little slow. That's okay. All right, we might get to mine. All right, it's loading up. Okay, does anybody have any questions while we're waiting for my internet? Oh, goodness. All right, well, maybe we won't show you. All right, I don't think we're going to show you. All right, so it's just, Robin wants to know, are you working from the free Canva or do you pay for yours? Robin, mine is the free version. I have not found a need so far for me, for my bakery, to do the paid version. As you get to learn it more, you may, but I've been using it for a long time and I haven't found the need just yet. So let's, you're very welcome. So let's see, we could maybe go to templates and let's see what this will do. Okay. Now, this isn't something you have to do, but this is just something you can do. What I did there, let me go back. What I did there was I just clicked on it and I hit the delete button on my computer. Because I like this little whimsical thing, I think it might fit with my logo. I just happened to see it. All I did was clicked on templates, but you could literally search for a million things, or you can just leave your logo plain. So you can click on this and hit delete, or up here in the right-hand corner, you can delete and delete. Okay, now we can't see the logo at all. So what we want to do is, I want to make it just a little bit bigger, I think. Well, we'll show you that in just a minute. We have the transparency. So if you don't know what transparency is, it's basically taking the picture and making it see-through. So I'm thinking we could do maybe something like that, okay? And, oh, my logo went away. That's the problem. All right, so let's go back to picture and put the picture back here. Okay, so this is how we had it. Now, we want to bring this to the front. And so you could just have your logo plain, or you could have something that kind of goes with it, something kind of whimsical to go over it. I think I would prefer it to be a little bit higher and a little bit lower. And as you can see, we can't really grab a hold of it. But if you come down here, it says 167, and you might just go to, let's say 50. Okay, and then you can grab a hold of this and make it bigger. And therefore it fits a little better. And then go back down here to the bottom right, and then let's say make it 125. So I think that's kind of pretty. And it would be something to where it's just not, okay, I went over to see if this was working. This is my just plain logo, and I don't have that pink strip on it. And to me, I love it, I like it, but this is just another way for you to, get an idea of something that you can do. And then what you do next is over here, there's down. If you like this and you want to keep it, you download it. And here we have download, share link, present, Facebook page, Twitter, email. And then, of course, you can go on and on with everything you can do. A lot of times when I'm working with Melissa, I'll create something and then share it with her. And then she can view it, she can make changes, she can do things like that. And that way we don't have to necessarily be a team, but she can still view what I'm doing. So for our purposes, we're just going to download, and it's going to ask us how we want to download it. For a picture, I'm always going to do PNG because that's what Facebook likes. And if you notice, these have little crowns on them. That means you have to pay for it. And we don't want to do anything. We don't want to pay for anything because we don't want to have a transparent background. That's not important. We don't need to compress our file. No need for that. And this here, okay, it says the size, 820 by 312 pixels. That is the exact size for Facebook cover page. So we don't want to change it. But if we did, it's going to do that, and it's going to ask us to buy. We don't want to buy. We know what size we want. If we want to do something else, we can just pick a different type of display to make. So we're going to download it. It's preparing. And then it's going to come down here. And that's that. And you guys know, I think, how to save. Well, and your program might open differently, but we'll save that. And then, Christie's, oh, there's another logo, Christie logo with pink, and then just save it. Okay. So does anybody have any questions on that? Okay. So kind of went over how to put a logo in there. And that's just your Facebook business cover. Okay, so if you, let's say you don't have a logo and you want to try something, you still want to have something pretty. But you don't have a logo, or you just don't want to use your logo. So we can go down, we have here Facebook cover, but don't forget, you can still type it in, Facebook cover. Okay, I have a question from Robin, so, okay, let's read it. Did you do your own logo, or did you have it done locally or online? Robin, I made my own logo. Well, thank you very much. I did make my own logo. I did it in Photoshop. I'm not a professional by any means. I just went for it. So I do appreciate that, though. That means a lot. And if you need help, not an expert by any means, but I'd be glad. I love it. I love working on anything like that, which is probably why Melissa always makes me do all this stuff. But I love it. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions before we continue? Okay, so let me go back to sharing my screen. Okay, so now let's again pretend like we don't have a logo, and we've already put in our business page size. Let's search, since we're bakers, let's search for bake. Okay, there's not much for bake, but this one's kind of cute. Okay, so a lot of people, you know, obviously have controversy about using other people's pictures. I'm not going to say yes or no what you should do. I'm the type of person that feels if I know I can make it and it's a free graphic on Canva or some other picture sharing thing, I will use it. I would never want to misrepresent myself, and I would never want to steal someone else's picture. So for me, I would feel comfortable using this picture because I feel confident that it's not misrepresenting myself. But if you aren't comfortable with that, if that's a little bit too much out of your comfort zone, remember, you can always go to uploads, and here's all my pictures. Let's see if we can find a pretty picture. Pretty picture. I don't have all my pictures here. Obviously, we could go get some. And this one's kind of pretty. Okay, now, did you see how I did that? I found a picture that I liked. And even though there's a picture here, because this is a picture, we know it's a picture, you could delete it. Okay. You could hit the delete key on your computer, or you can just take the picture that you want. And this is a picture that I took in my own bakery, and just slide it in there. Okay. So I think that's kind of neat. And then you can change this to Christie's Cakery. And then my little slogan is baking from the heart. Okay. So you don't have a logo. This has a cute little cupcake on it. It's your brand. It's your little slogan. I would feel very comfortable using this as a Facebook cover. I think it's beautiful. So then again, you would go up here to the top right, click the little download link, and then download. We want to do PNG. Download, it's preparing. And then here we have it. I just opened it up. And then let's say we save it on our desktop, Christie's Cakery, strawberry. Okay. So if you don't know how to put this on your business page, you just go here to change cover, choose from photos. I don't want to choose from photos. I want to upload a photo, and then I put it on my desktop right here. And I realize my internet is so slow, and I'm very sorry. And there it is. It's the perfect size. It's exactly what we did. We can save it. I love it. So even though it's not my logo, I'm okay with that. Okay, so that's that. Let's go back. I have a lot of things open, but I think that's okay. I'm gonna stop sharing. All right, so does anybody have any questions? I know we kind of went over that fast. Any questions so far? No? Okay, it's okay. let's go back to sharing my screen and we will continue. Okay, so we're right where we left off, and then we might change this to, let me back up. Up here is the title of your picture. And I like to title mine. So we might say Christie's Cakery Logo Strawberry. Okay. And then over here, if you didn't like something you did, you can backspace. We can't resize it. Remember that little crown? That means you must pay for me. And we don't need to do that. And then you can always save. It saves every so often, but it's always good to get in the habit of saving. Okay, and then you can use this to go home. Okay, now our designs, we're home. We can create a design, and here's our design. It does take a few minutes to generate, but these are what we've done so far. Okay, so you'll always be able to go home and then find your designs here. Okay, so the next thing that I think is great to learn is how to do a Facebook post. So we're home. We want to go to create a design, and even though I see it here, I just want to remind you that you can search for Facebook, post, and there it is. Okay, and it's going to give you the exact dimensions that you need for the optimal Facebook post, because you don't want to leave things on the side. You don't want it to be too small. You don't want to be too big. You want it to be the perfect size. Okay, so it gives you a lot of templates. I'm going to stop sharing and just tell you something that that I have found. I never took any graphic design. I've never done anything like that. But I find that as I've used Canva, because there's so many ideas and because I've used so many of them, I feel like I'm getting, or I have gotten, a sense of design. So they give you the templates and you can learn from the templates, but it also gives you that mindset, you know, down the road that you can make your own. So that's something that I really value. Karen says, how would you upload a video to a Facebook post? Well, Karen, where is your video at? And where do you want to post it? Any video? One that you've got on your phone, one that you have on your computer? Is it one that you want, that you have in Canva? Is it what is it that you, that you're thinking? It would probably be just saved on my computer of the chocolate bombs in a cup. Okay, Karen, I can definitely help you with that. After this is over, message me and I'll walk you through that step by step. It's really easy. I just don't know if it's exactly, if we just exactly have time to do it right now, but it's super easy and I will help you. We can do that tomorrow night. Yes, Karen, just message me. I'll help you anytime, I promise. Okay, and it's super easy. If you have it saved on your computer, it's super easy. Okay, all right. So any other questions before we continue? No? Okay, so let's go back to sharing. And okay, so we were, this is all right, we're gonna have to start over. Okay, Facebook, we're gonna do a Facebook post. I have the problem because I don't know if you guys can see this. It's in my way, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so let's find something that looks kind of pretty. And you know, you'll go through these and you'll see what looks pretty to you. I do see a lot of St. Patrick's things on here. And they kind of do that as the seasons go. They will, you know, they will pick, you know, you'll get inspiration from those things. So there's literally thousands. Let's look up bakery and see if we can get inspiration from that. All right, this one says it's free, so let's try this one. Okay, and you know, this isn't my color by any means. This is nothing to do with me. So we will change this to, I want this to be capitalized. And then let's see what we want. I would really suggest that you know what you're doing before you just start on something. Here's some cookies. Kind of green for St. Patrick's Day. And then I think what we can really do is see, we have, let me go back. Okay, so it's brown and it's not really my color. This is kind of green. So you just come here, background color, and then this I think looks pretty, pretty perfect. All right. And then we have here, let's do business logo cookies. And oh, look, see, it came off. So we have a couple options. We can either pull this out, and that did it perfect. Okay, now I'm going to show you, there's these lines, okay? So you don't have to worry so much about being perfect because Canva will help you. You see how it's dotted there? Watch these lines. If you can barely see it, you will get the dotted line. That means it's perfectly centered. So that's where you want to leave it. Okay, so visit us today. I don't think we're going to give anybody $5 off. You can, but we're not going to. Visit us today, and then just delete this and put christiescakery.com. Okay, so I think that's kind of neat. And it has the fonts here. These are the fonts that this template uses. So you don't really have to know what goes with what. You don't really have to know what looks good together, because it does it for you. And that's something that I really like. If you wanted to make this a little bigger, here we know it's 21. The font is 21. We could make it 24. So you could play around with that. I like to keep the specs that they recommend because, you know, I'm sure they have spent a lot of time determining what looks good and what doesn't. So you could publish this right to Facebook. I like to download it first, just so that I have more control. I save it. I have it always. So we would just do as we always do and download. Okay, so that is a Facebook post. And we know that Facebook is extremely important. Okay, so now let's go back home. And I have to admit, I don't use Instagram a lot, almost never, but we can do Instagram post. Okay. Here's one that I recently used, and it's kind of pretty, but there's ton that you can use, but we've used this one before, and I think I tried to use it and then never did. So let's go ahead and use it. I kind of like this. The colors are kind of my thing. So here we want to say, and you want to get an idea of what you're doing first. This is just for our demo purposes. Here we can do baking from the heart, and then we can even change this to Christie's Bakery, and we can do something like visit us today, kind of like we did before, www.christiescakery.com. Okay, and now here we have a picture, and we definitely don't want this picture. So we go to our uploads, and this is all the stuff that we have done. And usually you'll want to find your picture before you decide on your background. We're doing it a little bit backwards. So here's some cookies I did. This looks kind of like the same color. Excuse me, color. Okay, just getting a little drink. So when you find what you want, you just want to push it in there. Okay, so let me back up and do it again. We have our picture, and I'm just going to put it in there. Now, you notice it's black and white. I don't, for a lot of things, I would like black and white. For this one, I don't want to do that. So remember, we have our things up here, okay? And it's showing us that we're on street, okay? So let's go back to none, or, you know, we could do anything. I think I like festive. Okay, so this still doesn't look very pretty. So what we're going to do is we're going to double click inside the picture, and I think I like this little one a little better. And then, so we scoot them over. It's still not perfect. So we're going to take the edge, make it bigger, and then put him right there. I think we can make him a little bigger. So let's see what that looks like. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so this is something that you could put on your Instagram story. So we would just download it. And remember, we don't want to do any of these guys. Just download it. Okay, and here it is, right down here at the bottom. And then, same as always, File, Save As. And you should have a file that you put your stuff in here. So let's say Insta Tinker. Okay. All right, so now let's go back home. Does anybody have any questions so far? Anything at all? Okay, so can you change the fonts? Yes, absolutely. I have here, we're back at the home page. I'm gonna go right back into my design. Here, we have a couple of options of what we can do. We can ungroup all of these, and then we can move them wherever we want to. Okay, I'm gonna back, okay. I'm gonna back some more. Now they're grouped again, okay? You don't have to ungroup it to change the font. You only have to ungroup it to move it. So here, if we're here, we wanna go up to the top, and these here above the line are the template's defaults. If you go down, there's hundreds that you can pick from. These guys with the crown, no, you don't want to use them, and it's gonna yell at you. It's always gonna yell at you if you try and use the crown. But you can see there's hundreds. We're only in the A's. Still in the A's. Oh, we've got to B's. Okay, so literally hundreds. So let's try and pick something very different. I don't know what's different, but there's a million of them. I don't know what this is. It looks very weird. So that's all you do. You just click on the one you want. This one's kind of pretty. Just click on it. Yeah, it's beautiful. Now, here is another tip pointer. If you buy the paid version, and I've never done this, I always see it here. It has upload a font, okay? You can upload a font that Canva doesn't have with the paid version. I haven't done it. I mean, honestly, with the millions and millions of fonts that you can pick from, I say millions. There might be 100. I haven't counted them. I'll make Melissa do it sometime. No, I'm just kidding. I just can't see any need for it at all. There's hundreds. Okay, so I hope that helps, Robin. Okay, so I misspelled cakery. No! K-A-K, oh, I did. Thank you very, very much. I thought you meant the K instead of a C. I got it. Thank you, Karen. Okay, good thing I didn't put that one on my Facebook page. All right, so we're gonna go back home. I like to go back home just so we know where we're at. Okay, the next thing that I love to do, I've done it, I don't know, a lot, is collages. I find it is a beautiful way to showcase what you've done. We'll see if I can find a couple of them here. I don't want to take too much time going through my stuff. Well, you could see on the Canva thing, we did that. Here's one I did. I just really, really like them. Here's one that I did. I just really like it. So let's go home and we're going to create a design. Okay. And it's suggesting photo collage, probably because I use it so much, but we're going to type it in. Okay. Photo collage. And we'll go through and see if we can find any. You can literally find a million here. And it kind of helps if you know what you're going for. You know, if you know what your pictures are before you get started on something like this, because then you'll know, your color scheme, you'll know what you're wanting to do, instead of just going through 100 of them. And then, of course, you can always search for anything up at the top. See, there's literally so many of them. There really is. Okay, so let's see if we can find one that has quite a bit, maybe 6 or 8 pictures, so we can really get a good effect to show you. I just used that one today. There's so many to pick from. How would you ever choose? Okay, so this one's kind of Christmassy. So you can see when you're doing your Christmas ones, you can use something like that. Let's see if we can find something more in my wheelhouse. And of course, we know we can search. This one's really pretty. I do more of the pinks, which let's say you found a template that you absolutely loved. Let's just pick this one, for example. You absolutely love this layout, but you don't like the colors. Okay, so here we can click on this and let's change it to pink. Okay, now here's a little trick. I love this trick. If you find that you want to change it, instead of clicking every single one, down here at the bottom, it has change all black to pink. So you just want to click that and it will change all the black to pink. So I think that's pretty cool. So we have pink in here. Let's see if we can find something pinkish that we can put. We used him already. We can do this guy. And then something else pink. Oh, here's Melissa's hot. You know, I'm thinking that Melissa's hot chocolate bomb would go better there. And then let's go back up and put this guy here. And then remember, we can double click and just make him bigger. Okay. And even a little bigger so we don't get that ring in there. Okay. And then we can do, so let's say we're making this, we've done this order for someone. Now, typically I would do 2 shots of the same one, which we could. Let's do that real quick. Take multiple shots. Okay, so, I mean, it's a little weird with the hot chocolate bomb, but just for purposes. It's a little bit too big. I'm having a little issue, so I'm just gonna make it smaller. Okay, so we're just getting the cup. Okay, I don't love that. I'll make it a little smaller. Okay, and then here we could do just the hot chocolate bomb. So when you're taking your pictures, you can kind of get a feel for what you want to do. So let's make it a little bigger, and then I'm going to go backspace because I moved it. We can do cap. I like caps. Valentine's special hot chocolate bombs. $5 each. Simple as that. Okay. So let's go back to home, and then we can do design, photo collage. I want to get one with more, just so you can see. I think it was this one that I liked. Okay, so we can change this to, and obviously you put your business, not mine. Christy's Cakery, and then maybe order today, exclamation. And then this one, remember, all we have to do to delete is either hit the delete key or delete. Okay, so now we'll go back to uploads and we'll see if we can find some pictures of stuff that we've done. And oh, let me show you this. If we wanted to just keep Canva's photos, we can, but you see how this one has the bars on it? I don't want you to ever think that you can't use a template because of the bars. All of the templates are free. It's the pictures that that keep you from being able to use them, that have the watermark and the bars on them. So just be aware of that. Okay, so let's see if we can put some more pictures here. That one. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. That's a good one. And then we'll do that one. Okay, so kind of have the idea, but none of them are good. Oh wait, we missed one. Let's pick another picture. Okay, you want to make sure you do all your pictures. Okay, so here we'll want to make him a little bigger. Okay, this one, double click and we can make him bigger. Okay, this one, let's say we only want to show 2 so that we can get more. Okay, now this one, we used this already, so let's scoot him over and just use that guy. We can even make him a little bigger. Okay, this one looks kind of weird with 2, so let's just do 1. He's actually not too bad. We could probably move him up a little bit. This one, let's just move him down. And this one, I think we need to get him a little bigger. We could get rid of the board there. Okay, so here we have, very quickly, very easily, we made a collage. And, you know, I think that you could really display your work great this way. So we're just going to download it like we download everything else. We're going to go to PNG and download. Okay, does anybody have any questions before we get any further? Where would you use the collage? So Karen, I would use it as a Facebook post. That's probably my favorite thing to do, is just take this and put it right on Facebook. You can get these printed if you wanted to. If you found one that you liked a lot, you could get them printed. I think that would be pretty. I don't know if you would want to print them and pass them out somewhere. You can certainly add prices. If we go back to, you know, for me, adding prices, if it's not like a specific item, is hard because, you know, you can say starting at $35, for example, but if you have something like this with all of these different items, you're going to be, it's going to be difficult for you to put a price on there. So for this particular thing, I wouldn't do a collage. I mean, I wouldn't do prices. But the one that we did before where we did the hot cocoa bombs, you could put $5 on there like I did. I hope that makes sense. You can certainly, you know, if let's say we wanted to add, if we wanted to add something, we can go over here to text and we can just add a text right here. And, you know, we could put it anywhere. We could put it right here. Let's say starting at $35, just for example. And then you could go back up here. We know our color, and it would be that easy. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I want to show you, let me ask, does anybody have any questions, anything else? Karen, did that answer your question? Yeah, okay. All right, so let me show you a couple more things. Okay, so we're gonna go back home. And one of the things I love to do is flyers. I do them for, to let the members know what's coming up next. I do them for, let's say, Mother's Day, Easter, anything like that. So I think the next holiday, I probably wouldn't do one for St. Patrick's Day, one because I haven't yet and it's coming up. So let's kind of maybe do something Easterish. So we would create a design. Here's flyer. You may need to search for it. It might not be coming up perfectly fast for you. Okay. So here we have the perfect dimensions for a flyer. Okay, so let's see what we can find here. Let's actually search Easter and see what we get. Because remember, we can always search. Okay, and there are some really nice ones here. I think. Okay. It's literally so many that we can use. So you just have to find one that kind of stands out. All right, so let's try, you know what, let me show you how to make your own. Because yes, you can pick a template and that's great, but you can also make your own, which is really fun too. So we'll start with a blank canvas, okay? And then what I like to do is maybe take some of the texts that are pre-done so you kind of know that they go together. So we want something, we're gonna do something Eastery. Maybe this looks kind of Eastery. Okay, so let's do, we'll leave this here for now. Okay, and then let's do elements, which we talked a little bit about adding pictures. We also have elements. There are hundreds of things you can do. Okay, so let's say you want to search for cake. And there's tons and tons of cakes. And it will let you know if it's free or not. Okay, so what I like to use are these grids to add pictures. So I think I can do something with the Easter picture that Melissa is doing. So all I did was I took one that I thought I could use and I pushed it over here. Now you can resize it any way you want to. You just use your little white arrows, or more like flat things, okay? And then you have your words, you have where your pictures are gonna go. So let's go find our pictures, okay? And this is Melissa's, but we're gonna borrow it. And so normally I would take 3 pictures of the same thing. But since I only have 1 picture of her cookies, we will put all of them here. And then we can kind of make them our own. So let's make this. And then, you know, when you're selling something, you'll have your own pictures, which will be just fine. Okay. And then we can take this one and do just the hop. And then this one, let's take just these cute little ears. Maybe a little smaller. I think. Okay. So we can do that, and then let's put something behind it. We don't want it to be all white. So what we're gonna do is here we have shapes. So if you want to do like a green shape, you can just pull this in here. And then you can right click, or we also have position where you can send it backwards. Okay, and then, so we've sent it backwards. Now remember, we don't really like gray, so let's switch it to something more Eastery and green. Okay. Make this a little bigger so it's kind of perfect. Okay, that's kind of cute. All right, now we have this, and I think it would look neat if it was more in the middle. So here we have alignment, and we don't want to just align one. We want to align all of them. Okay, so let's do Easter cookie sets. And I think it would be a good idea to change this to green also. Okay, and then we'll have here, visit us today. And then I'm just gonna hit space to go to the next level, to the next down one. Christie'sCakery.com. And we want to center this just like we did, and I think we would want it to be green also. Just keep it all in line. Now, we probably want to give them a little bit more information, because this is a sales flyer. So let's take this right here and ungroup it, and then let's copy this. Let's duplicate that. Put it up here. Did you see how I did that? Go back. I had this, what I want to copy, and up here, duplicate. And then I'm gonna put it up here and say, limited time only. And then let's put another block here and make it smaller. We'll give them a little bit more information down at the bottom. It is a lot easier to get one that's totally done for you, but I just wanted you guys to get the idea of how to do it on your own. So we can duplicate this again and bring it down, but I don't like that being gray. And if we change this background to green now, we probably wouldn't be able to find it, which is not a problem, but it's just easier to, let's say, switch this to white and then switch this to green. And then we'll say something like pre-order your sets by, let's see, the Friday before Easter is, I believe, April 10th. For Easter guarantee. And if you don't know how to spell, that's okay, because spell check. Period. Let's say each set is $10. Orders must be placed and paid by April 10th, 2020. And then we want to let them know picking it up. Pickup will be between 6 p.m. on April, let's say 14th. I'm not sure if that is right. Easter is on the 12th, so we don't want to do that. Let's say the 11th, April 11th. 2020. Okay. So, we can just bring this down. We can make it smaller. We can make it bigger. We can change the font size. I think I like that. So this is a pretty good flyer for just doing it ourselves, okay? So we would just download this. Okay, now we could, if we wanted to, do a background. I think it would be hard to do a background on here, but let's look for one just really quick. That would be if we did the background the same color. We definitely don't want to do that. We want to pick some kind of pre-made one that has a little bit of texture to it. I don't love it, but you get the idea. I don't know if blue would look nice. I don't think so. So anyways, you get the idea. You could play around with it just to get a little bit of texture going in there. This one, you see we have the lines on it. That's not free. That's free. I don't think it will look pretty. This one's free. So I don't like that either, but you can play around with it. This one's pretty. It doesn't go very well at all. So, and then if you just decide you don't want anything, just go back. Okay, so does anybody have any questions at all? No? Okay, I'm going to, oh my gosh, it's already 8:27. All right, let's go to the last thing that I want to show you. Okay, so we're going to go to home and let's do just a regular Facebook post. It doesn't matter what it is. We're just going to pick something. And let's say we want to put this on Facebook. We just want a picture of something that we have done. So we're going to go to uploads. We can upload our own image or pick something that we have done. Okay, if I just click on it, it's going to go here. That's not what we want. So we have two options. We can either start over or we can right click, set image as background. Okay, now I think that that's okay. You know, it shows the background, which is all right. But we don't have any branding. We don't have any watermarks. Everybody has their own opinion on this. I don't watermark very much just because I can't imagine anybody wanting to steal my stuff. I know that's crazy. So what we would do at this point if we wanted to, let me first say the difference between your logo and watermarking. So your logo is used to brand yourself. You want it to be nice. You want it to be visible. You want it to be something that people see it and they recognize that it's you. So your logo is to help brand you. A watermark is something that you put on your pictures and you don't want it to be extremely visible. It's something that you use to protect your products. And in a lot of cases, it's really important. There's a lot of talk online about people stealing pictures. So I definitely don't think it's a bad idea at all. And it's something that I think you guys should learn how to do. It's super easy in Canva. So I'm going to show you this picture and I'm going to put my logo on it because I want people to know, hey, this is mine and I'm proud of it. And then I'm going to show you the watermark so nobody else can steal it. Okay. Any questions? Any questions at all? No? Okay, that's okay. Okay, so we're going to go back to sharing Okay, so here's a picture, and we went to uploads, and let's find my logo. Here it is. So if we go too far in there, it's going to make it the background. We don't want that. We just want to put it on the page. Make it small. You just grab a hold of this and make it small. So you can put it anywhere you want. I just kind of like it out of the way, but still, you know, visible where people will be able to see it and recognize it. So to do, and you can, if you want to make it a little bit transparency. I love Melissa's logo. It's beautiful, and it's just transparent. If you guys haven't seen her logo, I would highly suggest that you go look at it because it's super cool. But you can just make this kind of transparent. It doesn't really work with my logo that much, but you can kind of see it through. Mine's so square. Melissa's is beautiful and round and perfect like her. Okay, sorry, let's get back to it. Okay, so all we're gonna do, we were here, we're gonna go to text. Okay, we're gonna add a heading. Okay, so I would put Christie's Cakery. Okay, now we definitely don't like this like this. This would not work. So we can turn it a little bit here and kind of put it right here. And there's still a few problems with this. One, it's the wrong color. And two, it's way too noticeable. So, and I'm not even sure I love the font by any means. So I would, here I've used calligraphy before. Let's say something like this. And it doesn't really look great capitalized. So I might not even do it capital. So if we have done something in capital and we don't want it, we can go up here and it's supposed to work, but it's not working. So don't do that. Huh. All right. It does work. Let's start over. We'll give it one more chance. Nope, it's not going to work. That's okay. That's all right. It's live TV. Of course it's going to go wrong. It's not even letting me switch off caps. All right. You know what we're going to do? We're going to delete this and start over. All right. We're going to add a heading. Okay. Now, let's see if it'll let us work. See, something was just wrong. If you have it and you want it to be capital or not, you just hit this capital button. Okay. So we'll go back to where we were. And I didn't like the font, so let's change it. I don't like that either. So let's do something like script. And all right, this one's, I think, very pretty. Okay, so we can make it a little bigger. And we see that it's on 31.5 now. So let's go to 36. We might even make it go to 48. Okay. So now we want to make sure we change it to white. And it's still, I think, too much. So we go back to transparency and we can make it just a little softer. So this way, it's not taking up any, it's not taking away from the focal point of your item, and it also will prevent anyone from taking it. So we can just download this. And there you have it. And nobody can take it. You could also do, you know, christiescakery.com. But at this point, it's kind of, you know, you just don't want people to be able to take your product. Okay. There was one other thing I wanted to show you, and that is up here. I have this eyedropper. So if you click on it, you can pick color from the web page. You want to click on that, and you can take any color you want. Let's say you love this red, okay? And then you go back and click on it again. It's going to give you this, it's called a hex number, H-E-X, and you can copy this, okay? And so it's not going to work on this picture. Let me delete this. And let's say you want that color for sure. You take here, new color, and here's your hex. Paste it in there, and it's going to give you that color. Does that make sense? So if you're on, if you have something on your website, on your page, any place you're at, you can use this little dropper and take that color, and then you just go in here, new color, and you change the hex. You can also do that, but if you have a absolutely specific color that you want, you just do that. I feel like there was a million more things that I want to talk about, but it is a...
That's a Google extension, not a...
Oh, Jim's telling me, yes, that is a Google extension. So it's not something that's part of Canva. And it is something that I can help you guys set up if you don't know how. Okay, I hope you guys got some value out of this. I was trying to be a little bit less structured. I was trying to have a little bit more fun. I know that's not my forte, but I just decided to go for it. So if you guys have any more questions, do you think anybody learned anything? Was it, do you think you can put it to good use at all? Make some flyers? Oh, good. Robin liked it. That's good. I'm so glad. I'm really glad. That makes me happy. And don't forget, you know, I'm right here. You can ask me any questions. And I'll be, there's so many things that I didn't even get to go over. That's just stuck in my head. Don't forget, Melissa is doing her Easter cookies. I actually stole her picture to make the flyer. And that one is, I believe, her is on, let me see if I can find it. Oh, the 25th. All right, so it's on the 25th. I'm pretty sure it starts at 8 o'clock. I would love it if you'll join me on it. And she is going to go over something pretty exciting. But I'm not gonna say anything yet. She's gonna be able to tell you guys. I'm so glad you got some value. If you need anything from me, just let me know. We already have our classes decided for next month. So I'm super excited to get over that. Oh yeah, Karen, I didn't buy them either. But I do have, I see Melissa answered you, but I do have a little bunny head cookie cutter. And Melissa said that would be just fine. She's kind of a whiz at all that stuff. If you guys have any ideas for stuff that you want to learn about, let us know. We are, I don't know, Melissa, can I tell them about what we're going to start tomorrow? Do you want to pop on and tell them?
You can tell them. You tell them.
Yeah, but I know they want to hear from you. Your voice is so fun. Yes, no, me? Okay, I'll go.
Okay. Oh, do you want to go? You go.
No, I want you to.
Oh, okay. So we decided that with everything going on, with all the craziness, that it would be, here, wait. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we decided that with all the craziness going on, and we're, everyone's kind of stuck at home and things are crazy, we would just have 14 days of surprise lives. So not really going to say what they are. We're going to figure out a time. We're going to post it. And every day we're going to just have a fun live. We're going to go over different techniques and stuff, because here's the deal. We're stuck at home. We're hiding out. We're doing our thing. We got our kids home, some of us who have kids. And it's kind of like the best opportunity to perfect what you want to work on, have a good time, bake it up. So I'm pretty excited. I go first tomorrow, and then Christy and I will alternate. So it'll be super fun.
Absolutely. All right. So, Karen, you'll save these on the page. Do you mean the little fun lives that we're going to do every day?
Yep. They'll be on the event page, so they won't go anywhere. And we'll make a little event, and every day it'll just be kind of something different. So you can drop on by. They'll just be 30-minute lives. I'm sure we'll run over because,
we do that. All right. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking with me. And I know sometimes I can be all over the place, but I love you guys. And I hope you all have a very, very good night. I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you.